up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego. This one of them ones. Gotta make sure we looking crisp in this. We gotta stay camera ready for the haters. Yeah, we gonna jump right into it. Look at that blend. Look at that blend on the taper. Okay. Yeah. We gotta get that. Yeah, get it all the way right. Listen, smash the like button. This is one of them ones. This is one of them ones where we just get to the money. I got some things to talk about. I don't know how long this is gonna be, but we gonna get to the meat and potatoes. I got at least about an hour in me. Without further ado, let's do the Boxingego roll call, and we'll get to the topic. Hey, where you at? Where you from? Tell me where you at? Where you from? Let's get it. City, state, zip. Where you at? Where you at? Let me know. Springfield, Massachusetts. We ain't talking about the Simpsons. We from Springfield. 757. Southside Jamaica, Queens, man. I'm from Southside. Shout out to B More. Maryland. They out here. 410. Where y'all at? Where y'all from? Tell me where you at? Where you from? San Pablo, California, 94806. Funky Town, Texas. Headed to Los Angeles. About to get a little reckless. Get you for your necklace. Hey. San Bernardino, 909 shit. 909 shit. One time for the grind shit. Hey. Covington, KY. Where y'all at? Orange County. Where y'all at? We like Pac out of jail, man. Out on bail. 760 Fallbrook, San Diego, reppin'. What's poppin'? Queens, what up? 718. City, state, zip. Smash a like button, we working. I am the Stream King. Young credentials. Hey. Where y'all at? Where y'all from? Tell me where you at? Where you from? Shout out to Illinois. Making all the Illinois. All the haters, we about to kill that noise. Let's get it. City, state, zip. Where you at? Where you from? I got the fresh cut. Hey, I got the fresh cut. Shadow taper one time. Shadow taper, Shadow taper, That shit just lay right sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to light-skinned people. Light-skinned back. Light-skinned taking over this fucking game. You heard? Listen, let's talk about it. I like doing these lives because I can catch me a body or 6. Now, Oscar De La Hoya kind of sparked this. Golden Boy's Oscar De La Hoya. He did a video. He said, I'm freaking getting sick and tired of PBC fighters cherry picking and this, that, and the third and not worried about the legacy. Listen, old media steadily keep like just pulling the same cards. You know what I'm saying? They just pulling the same cards, man. It's like they have a narrative and they take it and they run with it and they just keep it. See, this is the thing. You notice when new media, like the shit I come up with, like remember, tell the truth. That shit don't go anywhere. That's always, you know what I'm saying? That like you can apply that. I came up with that, you know, in 2017 or some shit, you know, doing that, and it still makes sense today. Like that, you know, it's everlasting, you know. I'm not talking gobstoppers, but it's everlasting. The shit that this old media be saying, it does, like, even if it made sense at one time or whatever, it doesn't make sense now, but they still keep saying, like, a fighter will be inactive for a period of time. But even if that fighter fights 3 times, they'll still be calling the fighter inactive. Like, this shit is played, you know? De La Hoya, I know he's happy because he got this DAZN deal with his only cash cow with Golden Boy. You know, unless you want to call Ryan Garcia a cash cow. I'm not sure how much money he's generating. I know he has a good sized following, but he hasn't been in no major events, you know, where I feel like he sold 16,000 seats, you know, and did this crazy live gate. So the stuff people are saying, like Al Haymon is a cancer, all this shit, this is shit that they were saying 3 years ago and when PBC first started, and much of Al Haymon's game plan hadn't rolled out. Like, you know, they had to figure out some things like the ring walk, how they want to do that. You know, they had to grow with it. But it's beyond that now, and yet now these comments from Eddie Hearns, Bob Arum, Oscar De La Hoya, it's like they teaming up. They're all coming back, you know, and it's like they're recycling, you know, history repeats itself. The same comments that they were saying 3 years ago. But the difference is 3 years ago is not now. So even if you felt that then when you were saying it, a lot has changed. Right? You call it Al Haymon. Listen. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a good stream. Because I'm going to put y'all right where you belong. We're going to put you in that urn. We're going to put you in that casket. The proverbial, obviously. I'm not talking about literally harming people. But in this debate, we putting you in that casket. Right? Because, peep this. Al Haymon works with who? Showtime Boxing predominantly, and now he has this new deal with Fox, but I'm not going to touch that because I don't know, you know, everything about the Fox. Like, we have to see their calendar. So for the last couple of years, he's been working with Showtime. That's been, you know, he's worked with NBC and ESPN, but those contracts expired and weren't renewed. So Al Haymon will just use Showtime because that's been consecutive, right? But Showtime is not, they gotta, before HBO announced they were going out of business, Showtime announced that they had a big budget for and a renewed contract for boxing in 2019, right? So how are we gonna listen to Bob Arum and all these people say Al Haymon is the cancer, but HBO is the one going out of business as it relates to boxing? Make that make sense. And HBO is the network that Bob Arum had been on more recently than Al Haymon. HBO is the network that Golden Boy more recently had been on than Al Haymon. HBO is the network that Eddie Hearns has coming up this Saturday with Daniel Jacobs and Derevyanchenko. Right? So what's this narrative about Al Haymon being the cancer of boxing? If he was the cancer, then, you know, cancer is only either you're going to be in remission and get rid of it, go to chemo and get rid of it, or it's going to get rid of you. That's usually what happens with cancer. There's no middle. So basically, why is Showtime thriving and flourishing? Meanwhile, the network that they were on imploded. You know, that they all Eddie Hearn, Bob Arum, and Oscar De La Hoya were on HBO Boxing more recently than Al Haymon, and then that network just, like, you know, packed it in. Somebody make this make sense. So what's been happening the last 2-3 years where Mr. Cancer has been able to create more deals with Fox, create like an official public deal with Showtime, create an exclusivity with Barclays Center for their East Coast fights. All this is happening. Meanwhile, HBO is getting out of the business regularly to focus on Game of Thrones or whatever the fuck they, you know, TV shows. And this was the network that all of them were on more recently than Al Haymon. Somebody explain this to me. See, this is the thing with new media. You can't beat us with hate. You can't beat us with ill will. You can't beat us without facts. So I'm waiting to hear that. So basically, Top Rank was working with HBO up until, you know, I don't know when it was. Maybe a year ago, maybe. I don't know. Golden Boy has been working with him as far as Canelo Golovkin 2, which was in September, right? Eddie Hearn is working with him this weekend. Golden Boy might work with him for a Jaime Munguia fight possibly in December. Right? So explain that. How come Mr. Cancer, the network that he attached his roots to, or whatever you want to call it, has been holding boxing down? Meanwhile, the network they were all on more recently has imploded. Now, I understand Bob Arum is now with ESPN, but that's a new, that was newish. They were on HBO too. So somebody answer that. Smash the like button. I'm waiting for one of these cowards in the comment section to get a set. See, a lot of people do this, but they don't do a lot of this. So I'm gonna challenge y'all to think. If y'all don't want to think, this is not the channel for you, because I'm gonna pose the questions. Like Bernie Mac said, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. Like, I'm just asking the simple questions that need to be asked. New media stuff. So how can you say the person whose network, that got a bigger budget, that got a new deal with Fox, that got, exclusive deal with Barclays for the East Coast fight, how did Mr. Cancer do that? Getting shouted out by Drake on Drake, maybe even his most successful album, I don't know, is one of them, Scorpion. So explain that. How did Mr. Cancer do all of this? It's not really making sense. So I don't believe they're trying to force feed you a narrative. I'm never gonna listen. You can tell me something and present it. I'll listen to you. But this shit gotta make sense. And so far it doesn't. Bob Arum keeps saying, oh, he's the Cancer. Golden Boy is saying, y'all don't want to do this to yourself. Listen, all I'm doing is asking for answers. I need answers. Listen, I got an email today from Golden Boy. This is not hate. This is all factual information. I got an email from Golden Boy. Look. So Golden Boy, keep in mind, Golden Boy says, PBC, you motherfucking cherry picking asshole fighters and all that, right? This is from Golden Boy. Nicio Macias versus Jesus Soto Caras. Aaron McKinney versus Manny Robelis III. Thursday, November 8th. Tickets start at $25. This is one of Golden Boy's. This is one of their upcoming fights for November. It's on a Thursday. I understand every card's not going to be your biggest card, but this is the fight. I thought Jesus Soto Caras, to be honest, God honest truth, I thought he retired. He got stopped by Kamaga. I thought he retired. Just like Thomas Adamak, I thought he retired. Golden Boy is promoting this on pay-per-view, but you have the audacity. This is Chuck Liddell versus Tito Ortiz. One is 48 and one is like 44, 45, right? So Canelo got this DAZN deal. Oh, only $9.99. DAZN, Canelo's on pay-per-view. Why the fuck is that on pay-per-view? I would rather pay to see Canelo on pay-per-view than to pay for 50-year-old MMA fight that is happening like 19 years after. That's like Eddie Murphy and Martin in Life when they got old at the end of the movie. No disrespect to them, they cool, but like, bro, that's a trilogy that you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to see Khabib Nurmagomedov, Conor McGregor rematch in the fucking Jetson age, 20 42. I'm not, you know, that's a pay-per-view. So once again, I'll listen to anybody, De La Hoya, whoever, but the shit gotta make sense to me. See, Brian NY, he said, I thought Soto Carras retired too. I thought he did. He got knocked out by a Kama guy, you know, who got his ass beat by Cotto, who then lost to Saddam Ali. So, you know, all these people like, pay-per-view is dead. Canelo. Okay, Canelo's Golden Boy's biggest fighter. Then explain why pay-per-view is not dead for this. You know, truth be told, I wouldn't even mind this as much if it was not pay-per-view. If it was not pay-per-view. That's a pay-per-view. Don't know the price point, but it doesn't really matter. Tito Ortiz and Chuck Liddell is a Golden Boy Golden Boy MMA, you know, trying their hand at MMA on pay-per-view. So De La Hoya is calling somebody a cherry picker, but he's making more of a geriatric fight. You know, two guys that haven't even been active. And you're mad at the Charlos or Errol Spence and Mikey or Wilder Fury or whatever PBC fight you're angry with. Make it make sense. Make it stop. Now, don't make excuses talking about De La Hoya is just trolling. Explain it. Like, see, listen. You guys want to make excuses, but so there's a grown man who's older than me, and he could just say anything he wants, and we can't take it for face value because he's just trolling. So he's Tekashi 6ix9ine. You know, he's just saying whatever. And we don't hold people to any type of, you know, so Aram, I don't even know Aram's age, 80, whatever age he is. He can just say whatever he wants. Oh, he's just trolling. That's it? That's how we doing it? You got to make this stuff make sense. I understand competition. I understand business. You know, I don't consider, me personally, I swear to you guys, I don't consider anyone competition to me. I don't give a fuck if you have more subs than me. If you have more money than me, you're not competition to me. My competition is the person that looks in that reflection in that mirror. I don't have no competition. I'm on some fabulous shit. F-A-B-O, hello, you at. I really don't. I don't have competition. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I can do. I know what I bring to the table in any situation. Man, woman, child, girl, boy, dog. I have no competition. There's no one on this earth that has my exact same story, been through exactly what I've been through, you know, and does things exactly my way or how I think. So, you know, who am I competing with? Block that YouTuber. We don't solicit over here. The person, Pratic, that keeps saying sub for sub and all, we don't do that. You a prank channel. Okay, we got the pranks on you. Block them. So, once again, make it make sense. We talking about like all this cherry picking and you fucking Charlos and stuff, but this is what Golden Boy is putting on pay-per-view. You know, I thought pay-per-view was dead. You know? This is Golden Boy on DAZN. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Canelo versus Aaron Rodgers. You know, he's fighting Aaron Rodgers from the Green Bay Packers. You know, like, stop it, bro. Like, I told you, I still feel the same way. Canelo could fight Aaron Rodgers. You know, he's a good-ass quarterback. And he's from Chico. You know, he's from, that's not Aaron Rodgers. Hold on, damn, I gotta take these sunglasses off and get some reading glasses. I thought that was Aaron Rodgers. I don't know who the fuck. Anyway, I'm not even mad if Canelo, he got a new deal. You want to ease your way into possibly a new division, fine. But when your promoter, he's making you look bad. Because if we're really talking true boxing, who wouldn't rather see Canelo versus Jamal Charlo? Or hell, even a Triple G trilogy. Or Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. Or Derevchenko Jacobs winner. You know, that one's not really realistic because they're fighting on Saturday. So that's not too realistic. You know, Boo Boo might not just be real realistic for December. But what about Charlo? Canelo's fight was announced before Charlo's fight. Do you think they reached out to Jamal Charlo? No, they reached out to Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? For that NFC. They want that NFC work. So, again, I personally don't care. He's a boss. He got all this money. He's coming off of 3 fights where he, pretty much moved up in weight from 54, Liam Smith, to Chavez at 64.5, to 2 160-pound fights with Golovkin that were wars. He got a cut in that fight. Cool. You want to fight Aaron Rodgers? Fine. But then when you start holding other promotional outfits to this ridiculous standard that you're not holding your own people to, that's where we got to draw the line in the sand. So Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz, a rematch that should have had. You're promoting that, and you're putting it on pay-per-view. So that's all good. But Al Heyman's the cancer and the devil, and PBC's cherry picking. It's not like you got Khabib Nurmagomedov, Conor McGregor 2, and then you putting that on Golden Boy pay-per-view. You're putting Chuck Liddell versus Tito Ortiz, 2 guys who have not been active since, I don't even remember when, early to late, maybe mid-2000s, when Chingy was out. Maybe that was their last fight. I don't know off the top of my head. I like the way you do that right there. That's, that was probably spinning on the radio last time they was fighting. It was word how we met, huh? She was with her mom at Bank America. I'm with my son cash in the check. I need 2 per. You see me stomping in my Air Force One. Nelly and all that shit was out at that time. Fucking at the Holiday Inn. Jaquan was out. So what are we talking about? You guys have to talk boxing to me. Like, nothing else makes sense to me unless we talking boxing. Like if we all this extra shit. This was out when they last fought. Hey, yeah. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. 1, Chuck Liddell fighting Tito Ortiz. 2, this is tease. Something got D's. Something got the cheese. Something and smoking trees. This was out. Hey. I was never garbage. I was berserk when it first started. That's why I'm Swiss beat first order versus let's get it. This is the type of shit that was out when they last fought. Hey, this beat still knock. Fuck what y'all talking about. Listen. Hey, make sure y'all smash the like button. We still working. Tell me this beat don't still knock. Fuck you young bucks. This shit knock. Hey. Where my friends at? Where's new media? Hey. Let's get it. Smash the like button. Gang. This new media, and we coming in it. Hey. I used to be at the club like. I used to bring the hair rush at the club like, oh my God. Hey. We would be in the club off them bottles. Oh my God. That was out when they last fought. So what is he talking about? All this cherry picking and all this extra shit. This was out. After the night. Don't leave your girl around me. True player for real. Ask my nigga for real. You smell it? You smell it? You smell it? Don't leave your girl around me. True player for real. Ask my... You smell it? Situation will right, but you gotta be drunk about it. celebration with the you don't have to go. It's okay. I'm a That's like, what are we talking about? That's Neptunes. Neptunes was killing on that beat. Listen. So, see, this is what I'm talking about. This boxing game, motherfuckers got selective criticism, selective ass criticism. You know, they want to. It's like some gangbanging shit. It's like, oh, that's fucking DAZN, fool. Like we just gangbanging out here. Like, hey, where you from, blood? Where you from, Buster? You ain't rapping that DAZN, Buster. You ain't got that ESPN Plus. We ain't fucking with you. Like, stop it. It's fucking gangbanging ass, fake ass boxing fans. Hey, you ain't got that. Hey, cuh, you ain't got that ESPN Plus, cuh. Hey, cuh, you ain't got the ESPN Plus. Like, what do you mean? That ESPN Plus? You ain't got that. This is how they be acting off of some fucking fights. Just keep it a buck, keep it a stack. You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? These dudes they be really ganging. They be like real gang banging over this shit. I just want to see some good fights. Can that be it? Like, what you got on my DAZN subscription? What you got on that DAZN subscription? Like, chill out. They be wilding off of this shit. Hey, better get that DAZN and get in the zone. Hey, better get that ESPN Plus, nigga. Hey. We about to get it. Al Haymon, you about to get it. 9.5 plus 5, 9.5 plus 4 pennies. Add that shit up, nigga. Where your subscription at, cuz? I know you ain't. What you mean you ain't got ESPN Plus? What you mean you ain't got no ESPN? Like, you ain't got that ESPN Plus. You ain't got that DAZN shit, nigga. What you talking about, that man down lines only? You ain't got that DAZN now. Canelo getting all the money. Bow Wow. Cancer boxing, nigga. These motherfuckers be doing too much. Oh my gosh. Don't be disrespecting Eddie Hearns. It's Eddie Hearns' time. It's his time to shine, Buster. Fucking Mork. These dudes be wildin', yo. Anyway. I love my job. Yeah, that beat was saucy. But anyway, yeah, Oscar's saying all this stuff about PBC fighters and cherry picking. You putting on a guy named Rooster, the Kellogg's Rooster, versus Jesus Soto Caras, who I thought was You know, Keith Thurman knocked. I thought he was retired, to be honest. I'm not even trying to be funny. I thought he really retired. Keith Thurman knocked him out. Maidana knocked him out. Kamagai knocked him out. I really thought he got. I don't know if he got knocked out in BKB. I think he got knocked out in BKB. You know, the Cornflakes Rooster, or whatever dude's name is. Somebody said, "Could I still fight?" I guess. I just got this today. They said he the one. Look. That should say November 8th, 2018. Soto Caras. So yeah, I guess he is fighting. You know what I'm saying? And Oscar talking about, that's what I'm saying. That's why you can't believe all this politics, because BKB is that like half MMA, half boxing type thing. I don't even know where they've been, to be honest. Yeah, see, but this is the thing. Karash is a warrior, but then he was a guy known for his chin. But then he started getting knocked out. You know, Keith Thurman did him greasy. Eesh! Oh my God, Keith Thurman did him greasy. That was on the Broner Maidana card. See, I know this off the top of my head. I fuck with boxing. Broner Maidana card, Keith Thurman, because I remember Keith Thurman. See, this is how good my memory is, yo. Because after post-fight, Keith Thurman was like, he's like, San Diego, you better not duck me, son. And he was like, I love y'all, San Diego. Motherfuckers in Texas was like, this San Antonio, fool. This ain't no fucking San Diego. This San Antonio. They got hella mad. I don't know. Keith Thurman was, you know, he was high off the victory. That motherfucker said, thank you, San Diego. I'm going to the zoo tomorrow. Motherfucker like, howdy, what you mean, San Diego? It's fucking Texas. It was hella mad. Keith, don't fuck with Texas. Them motherfuckers will shoot you. They all got guns. I don't know anyone that live in Texas that ain't got no strap. It'd be a girls I date strap. Dudes I know strap. Everybody got a strap in Texas. Texas got their own rules and shit. You fuck around and steal some Skittles, you might get the electric chair. They just be doing whatever. George W. Bush like, fry him. Texas is not playing with their rules and shit. They still got racism out there, like, outright and shit. Like, boy, I'll tie you down to fucking team. I'll pull you by the neck, boy. Like, what? You better. Like, I'm just saying in a certain part, not everywhere, but Texas got something. Florida, Texas, y'all motherfucker got open racism still. You go to certain places. What in the fucking hootenanny you doing here, boy? You not supposed to be in no japper, boy. I can fucking remember that we was playing kick the can. Put that fucking noose around your neck. What? I said we put the goddamn noose around your neck. What you mean you don't like Trump? Cringe? Get the fuck out of here then. Joe Roberts, get the fuck up out of here. Cringe that. See, that's what happens when you're your own boss. Joe Roberts, leave. You don't have to say cringe. You don't have to say nothing. Just leave. Why you here? Who the fuck stays long enough to, cringe. This is not my cup of tea. Let me tell everybody. Y'all some squares. Square ass shit. Motherfucker, cringe. So much cringe. This is cringeworthy. Get the fuck up out of here then. This ain't... This ain't Berto. I don't know what you thought it was. You dealing with the real one. Leave. See, y'all be surprised because y'all ain't used to that. Y'all used to try to bully the host and shit. Like, fuck you, Ellie. And, you know, that's why Tyson Fury, you know, talking your little shit. I'll talk back. You know what I'm saying? You ain't finna just come to my shit and be super disrespectful. Just leave. Everybody tell the Buster to leave. What's his name? Joe Roberts. Leave. Everybody say, leave, Joe. We don't want you here, Joe. Somebody said Clayton Bigsby ego. Hey, you wildin', bro. You like, there, I smell there. They think they're the best dancers, breathing all the white man's air. Wide nose having. Everybody tell Joe to leave. We don't want Joe here. See how Joe just get quiet? You get real small. Yeah. Suck my dick too, nigga. Studs, just block studs. You gotta put the fear in the black man. Someone said Uncle Ruckus. A job happened. Okay. Last night's stream. Ego, you a bully, bro. Whatever. Go seek counseling. I'm not no bully. They try to bully me. Oh, this is so cringe. Cringe, man. I keep cringing, but they stay here. Why you here? Anyway, De La Hoya, he's saying this, whatever he's saying, cherry picking this and that, you know, it's like they're ganging up. And that's crazy. That's how you know Al Haymon got power. The motherfucker, nobody even knows what Al Haymon, like, no one sees him. No one sees the motherfucker could be a hologram or some shit. He could be like the Tupac hologram. Well, I ain't a killer, but don't put, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's ever even really, go to type in Al Haymon. They got like 2-3 Google images of him. One, he's like this. The other, he's just, and the other one's he with Berto and Floyd. They got like 3 available pictures of a motherfucker. I ain't never seen Al Haymon at no barber shop getting a lineup. Yeah, I need that number 2 on the side. Like, you know, I never seen him at no barber shop or nothing. And these dudes mad at the dude that they don't even like talk to on the reg or nothing. All right, I'll give $1,000 if you got a picture of you at the barber shop with Al Haymon. The motherfucker get in-house cuts. He don't no walk-ins. He don't be out. Like, I don't think he does grocery shopping. He sends somebody. I need some grapes. Like, the motherfucker, he needs some grapes. He just send for the shit. I've never seen him at Whole Foods, you know, a restaurant, a fight, barbershop. I ain't seen them, and they mad. He not even doing that. Like, how you blame a motherfucker? He, like I said, he could be a hologram. Like Bob Arum talking about, he don't know if he exists. How you mad? How you this angry and cancer and this much venom and vitriol for a motherfucker we don't even talk to? We don't even get to see. Like, God damn this cancer. Like, I don't even know if he's a cool dude. The fucking wife beater. I don't know if he has a wife. I don't know any of this. I don't know anything. Like, there's like literally, like I said, there's no detail. There's like 3 pictures of Al. You know, there's 3 pictures of him. Yet he got the game on Smash. And people was super angry with him, and yo, he's fucking ruining boxing. How's he ruining boxing? Nobody see him. That motherfucker at home watching Netflix in a Snuggie. Nobody sees him. How's he ruining anything? These dudes just be saying whatever. That's what I'm saying. You guys got to make stuff make sense. He ain't been on nobody's live stream. He ain't been on no YouTube channel that I ever seen. I've never seen a YouTube channel like, hi, I'm Ness with the Boxing Boy, and they had Al Haymon. Little Ellerby, you know, Sam Watson, yeah, cool, but never Al. I've never seen Al on anybody's shit. I never even heard him do like a skit on Drake's album or nothing. Like, nothing. Yet everyone's so angry with him. Oh, he's ruining it. What the fuck is he ruining? He's not even You're not even doing that. You're not saying nothing. But meanwhile, all the people that are saying this is doing interviews, and a lot of them contradict themselves. So which is more damaging? What do you think is more damaging? Somebody else who's all in the videos doing interviews, and then what you said on Thursday don't match up with what you said on Monday, or a motherfucker who's just off the grid and a ghost. You know, Bob Arum, Eddie Hearns, Oscar, we see them frequently. So we know what they're saying, and we know when it changes. This dude, Al Haymon, all of his shit goes through like some fucking military channels of like passing it down to the lieutenant and general and the cadet. That's how it trickled down or some shit. I don't know Al Haymon's favorite food. He's like, I like chicken. Who doesn't like chicken? Nobody knows this type of stuff except for maybe the fighters. They be talking like, yeah, I talked to Al the other day. Damn. But everyone's mad, and you gotta, bottom line, if you want to criticize the next person, you gotta look in your own backyard. Look at their grasses, look how long it's getting. You got dead bodies in your backyard buried. Your kids is bad as fuck, and you know what I'm saying, you got a meth lab. Like, just hypocritical things. Somebody said Al Haymon be on Grubhub. You're fucking stupid. He really do DoorDash and shit. Like, I'm a little bit parched. I need some food. I need a food and a drink. What if Al Haymon was hella cocky? Motherfucker, I'm Al Haymon. Yeah, this Al. You talking to Al? Like, I want to see. I want to kick it with Al. Like, I just want to see what he's talking. Somebody said Uber Eats. Like, I just want to chop it up and soak up game because I don't know much about, other than the obvious stuff. But what if he was like really like, I don't know why, but I always picture him like Denzel in like Training Day. Like, he's just looking at what Oscar's saying and, oh, you motherfuckers. Yeah, you think you could do this to me? I'm Al. Yeah, I'm gonna have Golden Boy in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you. Shoe program, nigga. Shoe program, nigga. Oh my gosh. 23-hour lockdown. Shoe program, nigga. Oh my god. These motherfuckers are mad at this dude is not even doing no interviews. God damn it, Al. Al Haymon like fucking Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget. You just see some fucking hands petting a cat. Like, who the fuck is it? Like, I'll get you, Gadget. Next time, Gadget. Next time. You just see some fucking hands. Who the fuck, you know what I'm saying? These dudes tripping, man. You gotta make shit make sense. This motherfucker Dr. Claw and shit from Inspector Gadget, and y'all mad at him. Next time, Gadget. Next time, I'll get you. Canelo, DAZN, I'll get you, Gadget. Like, yeah, these motherfuckers is haters. These dudes be hating. Oh, Oscar, after all the fights I done with you, Oscar, you think you could? I'm gonna have you on 23-hour lockdown. Shoe program, nigga. No, wait. Oh my gosh. Shoe program, nigga. God damn it, I'm Al Haymon. Shoe program, nigga. Like, Al Haymon be on his little Duval shit in his little castle or wherever the fuck he stay. I don't even know where he live. I don't know nothing. I just know he from the Midwest. Al Haymon probably ghost wrote that song for Lil Duval. I'm living my best life. I ain't going back and forth with you, nigga. I'm living my best life. It sound like Ron Burgundy and shit. 1001. 1002. I'm living my best life. I ain't going back and forth with you niggas. I'm living my best life. PBC back and forth and you bitches. Living my... Hell no. These dudes is just mad for no reason, just to be mad. Like, how you tweeting about a motherfucker that ain't tweeting you back? Like, you sending shots and ain't nobody saying nothing to you. Like, you just bow, bow, fuck PBC, bow, bow. You throwing out, casting all these lines out and getting no bites. Al Haymon has not bit on any of this. That's what I feel like a little baby Al Haymon, because motherfuckers be taking shots at me. I'm not worried about that. I don't even know who. I barely even know. Like Floyd said, I barely even know who the fuck you are. Okay, I don't even know who these dudes are, and they be mentioning me. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Who are you? You don't have my phone number. I never talked to you. I don't even know who you are. Like fucking Boxingego. Stupid ass. Stupid ego. I don't know you. I never seen you at no fight. We ain't never exchanged dialogue. How you dislike me? I don't even fucking know you. I'm not checking for you, nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's how Al Haymon, like, he never even responded, and they keep sending shots. But whatever, to each his own. I just try to live that alpha male life, you know what I'm saying? But, bottom line is, what Oscar is saying is, oh, he's cherry picking bitches and all this stuff. Like, stop it. Like, Canelo didn't fight Amir Khan with no rehydration clause. I got the video. Canelo said Amir Khan said he wanted a rehydration clause. But Golden Boy said nope. I got the video with Khan. So it's like, you got to make sure your shit is squeaky clean. If you going in, like, you know what I'm saying, you got to make sure you. That's like me saying new media, yeah, but then the facts don't add up. But like my facts are all fictitious, or they're not accurate. Then what's the point? If I'm talking about the next person not showing receipts, but then my facts are way off and not accurate, that doesn't make sense. Smash the like button. We just working. Me, I don't have a problem with no promoters. But at the end of the day, it's like, where's the accountability? Like, people just really are saying whatever they want. Like, even when I cover a fight, if I cover a fight for any of these promoters, there's like a code of ethics. You have to conduct yourself a certain way, which I always do, because I'm a true professional. I'm not like out here like on some Me Too shit and bothering people. I keep to myself, capture my footage. Do what I do. I know a couple, I know a lot of people in media, but, only a couple of them that I really know that I fuck with, and I do my thing and I bounce, Bruce Wayne shit. I'm in and out. Dark Knight. So it's like, how am I got a code of ethics for how I have to conduct myself, but then everyone else can just say that Donald Trump, Aaron can say something unexplained. De La Hoya can say something. We can't question it. We can't, we just have to be like, oh, okay, cherry pickers, PBC, got you. I'm always going to be one to see if something makes sense to me. I'm not a man fan. Like I said, I don't have no issue with anything, but I do call it how I see. That's just it. But yeah, I mean, honestly, see, okay, let's say I had a girlfriend and I'm talking about the next man's girl. I'm like, your girl ugly as shit, boy. Your girl looks so ugly. She look like Skeletor. Boy, she Crypt Keeper looking ass. Fuck you, me. You know, I'm just going in on this guy's girl. And then I bring my girl, and she look like fucking Donkey Kong from Mario Kart. You know, she look like a fucking water moccasin. Now what do I look like? I just did all this to flame this dude's girl, and then I have a girl that look horrible. Doesn't make sense, right? You be like, damn, you was talking about my girl. Your girl look like Shanae. Oh my god. Doesn't make sense, you know? So that's cool. Let that person's girl be that girl. We can all ride with that. That's who you chose to be with. That's who you love. Great. But I can't start going in on somebody else's girl. And then, you know, that's like Webster calling me short. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you're short, motherfucker. Like, I'm short. Okay. You know, Webster can't tell me no shit about height. You know, Bushwick Bill and all these motherfuckers. What are you talking about? I'm short. You Bushwick Bill, but I'm short. Okay. You know, that doesn't, where I'm from, that don't, shit gotta add up, man. Fucking ghetto boys telling me I'm short. Okay. Where they do that at? Fucking Warwick Davis gonna tell me I'm short. Fucking leprechaun in the hood. It wasn't me shilling. There once was a man from a child. Shout out to Richmond. Richmond in this motherfucker. H-Town in here. Shout out to y'all. Listen, we just gotta tell the truth. We just gotta get back to that. We gotta get back to that, you know. And, you know, I don't care. All these people that we're speaking of in terms of the Arams and the Oscar de la Hoyas and the Eddie Hearn, they got dough. They got money. So they don't give a fuck what I'm talking about. You know, they got businesses and bread and shit. That's cool. But the thing that I don't like, this is why I want more accountability in this sport of boxing, is because the stuff that they're saying, you got people in the comment section who just eat it up like Pac-Man. You know what I'm saying? They just eat that shit up. And then they be in my comments with the bullshit. Now, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for the sport. All these promoters, I'll help promote the fights. If you're doing what's right, you know, boom, that's good. But, you know, a lot of dumb shit that gets said from trainers or promoters or fighters or whatever. And then the worst part about it, people back it up and like co-sign it, and they don't even think about what they're saying. Like I said, Charlos, some people are trying to act mad at the Charlos fighting who they're fighting, but guess what? It is on free TV. You can have a basic satellite, you know, the little RCA antenna, and probably get Fox. Because I know some people that watch sports game like baseball and football, and they just have the basic digital RCA, you know, digital antenna or whatever. You know, you can probably get a basic one from Amazon Basics and probably get Fox, right? Even if you don't, you could get the more basic cable packages, which a lot of people still have cable. You know, I understand streaming is the future and taking over, but it's not fully there. Some people have done away with their cable, but not everyone. I still have channels. You know, sometimes there's nothing to watch, but I still have channels. So it's not like VHS tapes where it's like damn near nobody got it. People still have cable or satellite dish or Comcast or Cox. Pause. Like, who's your cable company? Cox. I have Cox. I live in Las Vegas. I have Cox. I got a lot of Cox. That's how these man fans be talking. Oh yeah, I got Cox cable. Oh fuck yeah. Let me see your eyes. Take those glasses off. I got Cox cable. I got the like, bro. Ew. Bro, that's how these do. This dude said you have ugly hair. What dude says that? He said that in the other live stream. He's like, oh yeah, Ego, your fucking hair is ugly. What guy tells another guy he has ugly hair? Especially when they shit looking buttery. How you gonna say I have ugly hair? My shit buttery right now. My shit looking like buttery. I don't know who the fuck he was. It was in the last live stream. He was like, your fucking ugly ass hair. You're fugly, dude. I got Cox cable. Like, man, I'm here to talk boxing. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Hey, Bruce Wayne wild. I did say pause. Don't play me. Anybody on the replay can see I said pause with the Cox cable. Don't play me. Hey, y'all trying to front on me, okay? Yeah. Oh, you motherfuckers. Yeah, so I didn't say pause after I said Cox, huh? Yeah, y'all trying to play me. Yeah, you think you could do this to me, huh? Cox cable, huh? Don't play me. I know what I said, and I know what I said after. I said to pause. Y'all better rewind and pause the video. I said to pause. Motherfucker. Yeah, so you gonna accuse me of just saying Cox, huh? Yeah, all I did was say Cox, huh? Like, hell nah. I'm putting cases on all you. I'm about to put cases on y'all, man. We run boxing now. We control the narrative. Hey, these live streams have been lit lately. Haven't we been having fun? I think this shit's fun. Hopefully you guys are entertained. I mean, I need my own TV station, TV show, you know what I'm saying? Netflix, all at me, I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? That Denzel impression is the best one. Y'all funny. Yeah, so Tyson Fury, yeah, he kicked out Ellie. That's what you telling me, huh? Out of all the media, you gonna kick out ES News, huh? Ellie Seckback deporting, huh? You gonna deport Ellie? That shit was wild. Shout out to Ellie Seckback. Tyson Fury ain't right. That motherfucker said something like, "Hey, why did he do that to Ellie?" Tyson Fury fucking around and said, he was like, he could go. He's like, he could get out there. That dude said game over. Why he said game over though? That was out of pocket. My wife said your JT videos last 3 shows have been lit. You are the realest live. Oh, that JT shit was so funny. He called him a hater? Damn. Anyway. But the Charlo fight is on Fox Cable. No DAZN subscription. No pay-per-view. And people are mad 3 days before Christmas. And you're mad? You know, people be on Christmas breaks and shit. Like, you're mad? What DAZN card? The one with Ricky. Get a Ricky 10. Get it, dog. Ricky 10. That one? With the transporter? Look at Mr. Clean Dude. Fury called him a wanker? I didn't hear all that. Where y'all get this audio from? Ego, are you going to do analysis of the fight if it's close? What fight? I don't know which one you're talking about. I need to check my moderators. I didn't hear no audio where he said a wanker or whatever. Ego, please do Triple G. Hey, no, Max. I'm ready. Everybody. Now. Hey, Max. Yeah, right. Max. Good boy. That's how Triple G would say it. Ellie streamed his side of the story, Ego. Yeah, I caught one of them. I think he had 2, but I only watched one of them. Shout out to Ellie. Ellie's funny. He been putting it down for probably the longest. Hey, no, Max. Hey, guys, no. He said, talk about Danny, champ of the world. I speak the truth. Hey, Sean Bailey, you're tripping. You just trying to bait me into doing that Chucky voice. I see what you're doing. I see your comment. Hey, Canelo is good. I respect. Big drama. Yeah, it's gonna be big drama. I want to see that big drama Charlo fight. Yeah. Okay, hold on. We getting sidetracked. All of y'all got want me doing these voices and shit. We gotta get back to the business. This is about Charlos. Let me talk about the Charlos real quick. Hold on, let me brush my hair one time. Let me brush on these haters. We gotta stun on the haters a little bit. We gotta brush so they can see the blend. Listen, I gotta talk about the Charlos before we get too sidetracked. Y'all scared of the Charlos. That's what it is. Y'all being you man fans. Y'all scared of the fucking Charlos. I'm not stupid. Here's why. Y'all want to know why? Smash the like button. Do y'all want to know why I believe the man fans is afraid of Charlo? Or how I know? I don't even believe it. I know in my heart of all hearts, I know they scared of the Charlo. You want to know why? If y'all want to know why, smash the like button and can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you why these boys, these man fans, is afraid of the Charlo brothers. You'll find out what a man fan is. Stay tuned. It's pretty self-explanatory. You a fan of a man more so than the sport, more so than anything. They afraid of the Charlos. Yeah, I said it. They afraid of lions only. They don't want to put their hand in that lion cage just to test it. See, this is how boxing works. I'm gonna tell you. Because even to a degree, Triple G went through this. Triple G, when he wasn't fighting the best people, but the people he was fighting, he was destroying. So people don't want to have that courage to be the first one that has to walk through the fire to determine a way to reveal, like, you know, a possible way to beat this person. See, they waited till Kell Brook jumped up 2 weight classes. So basically, I'm at midway and I'm eating. I got my chocolate brown. You know, they waited for Kell Brook to do a fucking welterweight, and he had some success, even though he got stopped. And people were like, wait a minute, welterweight was getting off. You know, then all of a sudden, Billy Joe Saunders was like, I got me pinned. Nah, don't. You got me pinned now. You know, I want a couple things me way and all that. Nah, don't do that now. Triple G had been calling you out. And then now all of a sudden, since Kell Brook lost, but, you know, exposed certain vulnerabilities in Golovkin and had Golovkin looking a little bit like frantic and sloppier than normal, now all of a sudden people want to work. The Charlos, they talking the talk, they're athletic, they're in shape always. You know, they're ruling in 2 divisions, you know, in terms of like both being badass fighters and having belts. And they're confident. So nobody wants to be the one that breaks that confidence by getting in the ring and like exposing the way to beat him. Here's how I know what I'm saying is true, that they fear the Charlos, is because you could tell by the fucking hate. When these fighters start getting hate, and see, this is the thing with hate. I'm going to tell you about hate because I don't hate. But I see hate, especially in boxing, especially with African American fighters, you know, and other minorities, but definitely African American fighters. If that offends you, good, because I still don't give a fuck, like Eminem said. Here's why. This is what I'm talking about with the hate. Smash the like button. We about to drop a gem on these boys. When hate, racism, shit like that is pure ignorance. Therefore, it doesn't have to make sense. I hate you. I have an ignorant view on you. I don't want you to look good. I don't want you to win. I don't want you to succeed. I want you to fail. Hate doesn't have to make sense. That's how I could tell they fear Charlo, because the hate that they're getting does not make any sense. Right? For example, we ain't done enough. Terrence Crawford, he's the type of great fighter that he doesn't talk overly unless he's pushed, like a Jose Benavidez. Then that's when the competitive side comes out and you'll see it. But if it's a mild promotion like Victor Postal and he's not like doing what Benavidez was doing, you'll probably see more chill, laid back, you know, maybe even shaking hands because there was no tension, no beef. The Charlos, they beat to the sound of their own drum, and they do what they want. They do what lions do. See, if you're a lion in the jungle, you're going to do what you want. That's how I feel. So I respect and I feel the the moniker. I'm a lion, you know, when it comes to, and I'm not trying to copy their shit, but I'm saying I feel like those types of animals, a wolf, a tiger, a lion, alpha male shit. I don't give a fuck what no one's saying in this comment section if I believe in it, you know, unless they're going to intelligently show me and enlighten me, you know. A lion does whatever. Lions, I don't know if I watch a lot of nature shows, you know, Animal Planet and whatnot, National Geographic. Lions, a lot of them sleep like ridiculous amount of hours, like 18 hours in a day and shit. But if it gets up and is hungry, you know, and the lioness is not, usually the lioness hunts, but if you the male lion and lioness is sleep or something, you gonna go out and do what you want and go attack that gazelle, that antelope, you know what I mean? And go bring that carcass back. That's what lions do, what the fuck they want. And that's how the Charlos mentality is. You know, I dig it. They do what they want. They say what they want unapologetically. And the hate that they receive it's not fair oftentimes. And it doesn't even make sense. Because here's an example. Terrence Crawford, like I said, he's pretty mild-mannered and less provoked like Benavidez. They say, oh, Crawford needs to be more like Broner. He needs to talk more. He needs to speak up. And this is what they do to black fighters. You know, if it's like Tim Bradley and he's not building enough hype because that's not really his thing, because he's an adult and, you know, family man, oh, he needs to trash talk more. He needs to do more of that rah-rah. But then the people that do it, they fucking hate anyway. Floyd, Broner, the Charlos, Tank Davis. So the motherfuckers that's black that's talking shit, you still don't like it. But then the people who are black that ain't doing that, the Andre Wards and Tim Bradley and whoever else, Terrence Crawford sometimes Spence, then you tell them they need to do that more. You see? This is how the hate, these are the double standards. Hate doesn't have to make sense. So what happens is you create a paradox and you pigeonhole fighters. What do you want them to do? Andre Ward's a God-fearing man. That's not really his cup of tea. He'll let his hands do the talking. I respect it. That's what he chooses to do. He's a grown-ass man. He's probably was, you know, lived his wild days in his heyday, and now he's on his business shit. You know, he's doing what's right for his career and stuff, and he wants to conduct himself. He wants to be a role model, whatever. But I like the WWE shit. I like what Wilder's doing. I like what Charlo's doing. I like Broner's press conferences. It's all good. It's all entertaining. You know, I like Conor McGregor. But the thing is, you see how Conor McGregor would do the trash talk. I don't see the same hate for him saying, oh, fuck the Mayweathers. I don't know what you're thinking. Like, you know, he's doing all this, throwing monster. Let the Charlos chuck and hurl energy drinks at Jared Hurd's team or, you know, at Willie Monroe's family or some shit. They'll be like, oh, the Charlos, I mean, these guys need to be locked up. They need to be locked up. They are lions. They need to be locked up in the zoo. You know, it'd be a bunch of bullshit. See? Real Brother said they're going straight to jail. Yeah, let Jamel pick up a fucking, you know, Rockstar energy drink or Bang or something and bang you over the fucking head. Just chuck it and see what happens. Let Jamal flip out at the Barclays like lions only and throw a fucking dolly into anybody's tour bus and, you know, charter bus and shit and see what happens. Come on, man, stop playing with me. Y'all know what it is. You know, they would be like, oh, these dudes from the South, they don't have the proper upbringing. You know, a dude said that to me earlier. You know, I did a thing and he's like, look at you cussing. I could tell the way you were raised and your upbringing. You don't know shit about me. Fuck you. That's how I feel. So, once again, hate doesn't have to make sense. You know, Conor McGregor, he be losing and then still talking shit and they love it. Charlos is winning and talking shit and they hate him for it. You know? And then the people like Danny Jacobs who don't overly, you know, I know he said he's going to tame the lion and stuff, but he don't really overly trash talk. That's not necessarily his shtick. Then they say, oh, he needs to trash talk more if he really wants to get the fight. You notice that this is what they do. They pigeonhole black fighters. Let's just be real. They pigeonhole black fighter. They talk, oh, Demetrius Andrade, he has to do what Lotta did and jump on the stage and embarrass Canelo. Why he got to do all that? Why he got to do that to get the fight? Cotto didn't do that. Why Miguel Cotto didn't jump on the stage and embarrass, what's his name? Why Liam Smith didn't have to jump on the Canelo stage and do what Lotta did to get the fight? Why the Charlos got to do that? And then when they do that, then you say the Charlos is fucking assholes. Demetrius Andrade's a fucking asshole because he's a clout chaser and all this bullshit. You see? The system is set up for you to fail from the racist. There is no way you can win. Either you're too quiet, which is what they really want, but then they'll have some bullshit to try to make it like you should turn up. And then when you turn up, then they say you're Broner. They say you're immature, you're ghetto, like Floyd and Broner, and, you know, ignorant. You're ignorant Southern guy, like Wilder, like the Charlo. So there's no real way to win with ignorance. You know, that's why y'all got to spread love and have love in your heart. Because if you spread hate, it doesn't even have to make sense. And that's what's happening here. You know, here's another example. We ain't done enough. Y'all want me to keep going? I told you I'm going to drop some gems. I can keep going. If y'all want me to keep going, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I'm telling you, this is what happened. And see, the only people that get mad are people who don't understand because they don't live through shit like this. Listen, I don't give a fuck. If you ain't never been pulled over by a racist cop, you ain't never been in a store with a motherfucker following you, you never had any interactions, I don't expect you to understand this. You know, if you've never experienced any type of real discrimination, I'm talking about real, like, if you encounter real racism, you know, real discrimination, there's such a feeling that there's no denying that this is the cause. There's no denying what the culprit is here, what the elephant in the room is. So if you don't have and you can't share in those experiences, not no little bullshit where you was horsing around in the store and then for that reason somebody was like watching your movement in the store. I'm talking about just because of what you look like or you had a do-rag or whatever the fuck was the case, they like, hurry up and buy it, you know what I'm saying? Just watching you and shit. If you ain't experiencing it, I don't care what you talking about. You ain't been pulled over by one of the boys, you know, for no reason. I'm not talking about like you got, you know, you a dope boy and you got kilos and bricks and shit and guns and Uzis and your shit. I'm talking about your plates is clean, your license, you have a seatbelt on, you're not on the phone. That's what I'm talking about. You'll know that. But if you ain't never been through it, then I don't expect you to understand it. So the only people that are mad are the people who've never been through it because they can't fathom that this is actually true, that people have this much hate and ignorance in them, or the people who condone it. Those are the only people that typically get mad and, oh, you're just race baiting, because they're mad they're being called out because now a lot of the racists nowadays are pussy. You know, like, I'm not saying I like racism either way, but at least the racists back in the day used to let you know what it was. Burn a cross in your shit. You know, say deport all these motherfuckers. You know, they just be outright with it. Now it's like more of a PC society. So in general, some of the racists, they're closeted racists, you know, closet racists. It's just like, have you ever met a girl who's a closet freak? I call them CFs, closet freak. You look at her, she looks like a nerd, or she looks like, you know, just a regular chick that, you know, wouldn't be freaky. And then you take it there with her, and then you get intimate, and then she's like, oh shit, like, damn, it's like you were tricked. Like, damn, I didn't know this was really you. You're really a freak. You know, that's how the racist people are. It's like, you a closeted racist. They you know, oh, I got a black friend and stuff like that. But then they're not well wishing for the black cause, or, you know, or like, I'm not even saying well wish. Like, how do I say it? Just like, they don't even want to hear it. They don't even want to hear it. Like, oh, fuck Colin Kaepernick. Oh, I'm burning my night. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you going to burn your shoes because another motherfucker's protest? You going to protest his protest? You know what I'm saying? So Anyway, I'm not gonna get too deep in it. If you've ever felt or experienced real, true discrimination or racism, then you'll know what it was. You know, I just seen the video on NBC. It's on YouTube, where there's a white lady walking her dog or letting her dog use the bathroom in her apartment complex, and she was obstructing the doorway, and she would not let the black dude through. She would not let him get through. And he's like, "Excuse me, I'm trying to get to my apartment." And she was like, "No. Where are you going?" And he's like, "I'm trying to get to my apartment." "What's your unit number?" Like, bitch, who are you? What you mean? What's my, you know what I'm saying? You lucky. You lucky. You know what I mean? You lucky that he approached you, because I know motherfuckers are like, I'm not bragging, but I'm saying I know people that don't have the temperament for that. You know, because she was being very intrusive and very disrespectful. And some people, like, I'm not advocating this, but, you know, some people, they're going to check you harder than what he did. We'll leave it at that. But anyway, she was like, "What's your unit number?" And he's like, "Hey, I'm trying to get to my apartment." And she's like, "Where are you?" And he's like, "What you mean? What's your unit number?" And she's like, 307. And he's like, "All right, that's cool." And he's like, "I'm on the 4th floor." And she was like, No, what are you doing? Like, bitch, if you don't get the fuck about this doorway, like you. And she was like, "This is my apartment." And he's like, "It's not your." He's like, she was like, "You're trying to get into my complex." He's like, "Bitch, it ain't," like, he didn't say bitch. That's what I would have said. But he's like, "It's not your complex." He's like, "I live here too." She's like, "No, I want to be friends. I want to be neighbors. I want to see who you're going to visit. Who you going to visit?" And then she got in the elevator with him. Like, something wrong with you. You doing all this? Something wrong with you. And he put his key in the door. She was just with her little dog. Like, bro, I don't have the tolerance for that. I don't have the tolerance for shit like that. But anyway, if you ever experience some shit like that, you'll know. If you haven't, then you probably think people are making it up or over exaggerating, or the black channel. What do black people do? Like, you know, all this extra shit. He actually played it real cool. But anyway, so that's usually how it breaks down. The only people that are mad are the people who want to keep perpetuating it because this applies to them, and or they're mad that you're exposing their tactics. See, I'm Mexican, black, and I know that bullshit. See, brown and black, oftentimes, more often than not, they know the struggle, you know. And I'm not trying to say that. Just stop. Okay, put it this way. Conor McGregor somehow got led into the Barclays, past all security, to terrorize the bus. And he did it with a gang of people. So everybody got in. Imagine if it was me. I'm a big dude. So let's say it was me, Errol Spence, and the Charlos. Do you think we're power walking and storming through the back hallways of the Barclays and successfully get to a tour bus and then create all that havoc? Man, they would have guns drawn and all types of shit. Shout out to Hamza for the super chat. We working. We getting that. See? That's what happens when you keep it a buck. The people fuck with you. He said, "I appreciate all the work you're doing, fam." Hold on, let me expand the message. That's why I'm always good, you know? "I appreciate the work you're doing, fam. Keep this up." Thank you. I appreciate you, Hamza. Everybody give Hamza some claps. He always holds the channel down. But anyway, if you can't tell me nothing unless you experience that. And some of you guys haven't experienced that, you know? So we just have to leave it at that. So don't tell me what it is and what it ain't if that's not anything, you know what I'm saying, that you ever had to endure or go through or been there for. So that's that. But like I said, hate don't have to make sense. And you look at the hate for like the Charlos that are getting, it's like they're trapped. If they remain quiet, because if you really remember, the Charlos, when they first came out, they were kind of camera shy. You know what I'm saying? They weren't all in, like outspoken and known for that. And no one paid them any mind. Like nobody was angry with that. But then after years of being famous and, maybe not getting credit when they would have performances or something, they probably were just like, fuck it. I'm not going to be PC for the cameras. I'm just going to say how I feel. But I have an interview where it was like I seen on YouTube. It's somewhere on YouTube. Maybe when they had dreads or braids or whatever they had. And Jermel was all like kind of quiet and shit, just doing it. He's like, oh yeah, I'm Jermel Charlo. Like he wasn't, you have to warm up to being under the microscope and in the camera. But after so long, the shit comes easy, Like when I first started doing YouTube, I wasn't just like, I'm living my best life. I ain't going back and forth. You have to hone your skill and get your presentation down. You know what I'm saying? Where you're comfortable with it. And me, I had already done music and stuff, so I was comfortable with that aspect of it. But it's different talking to people that aren't really here on a live stream. It's just different. Recording a track, I'm, looking at my bars and spitting it. This is different. I'm engaging, interacting. You got to be Johnny on the spot. Music, you can, even if you mess up, you can punch in and do a take or something, So it's a little bit different. But anyway, yeah, Charlo, they used to be kind of quiet with it, and then they didn't get no real looks that way. And then probably, like I said, this is me speaking on behalf of them not getting credit for the people they were facing, the Gabe Rosados and Canine Bundridge wins and shit. People made excuses. They probably just got to a thing where they're like, man, fuck it, fuck y'all. We gonna do it our way, Lions only way. And their confidence probably grew from their performances, shit like that. But I'm telling you, it's a dirty game, y'all. They try to pigeonhole you. If you talk too much, they really ain't feeling that. If you black and you talk too much, they don't feel that. They don't like that. They don't like us young, black, strapped, wealthy. They don't like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why motherfuckers mad at my channel coming back 18 accounts because they trying to stop the message. They want to discourage me so bad. They want me to just stop, just give in and crumble. But you fucking with the wrong one. I'm not built like these other dudes. Like, you just going, you can't say that about Golovkin when it's true. I'm not out here making up shit about Golovkin. I'm asking real life questions. I'm asking real life questions about the game. If you can't handle that, go to someone else's channel. But they don't like a, young, black, especially you intelligent, wealthy, and outspoken. Speak your mind. Hell no, they ain't feeling that. You know what I'm saying? They don't like it at all. And you know who they are. I'm talking about no particular race or ethnicity. I'm talking about just racist people in general. That's not what they feeling. They want, so it's like you have to play their position. Don't be too over the top and outspoken and confident like Muhammad Ali or Floyd. No, don't do that. But then if you're too quiet, then they'll criticize you for that. So it's like you're better off just being yourself. Straight up. You are better off being yourself because you're not going to you'll be trapped. You'll be trapped. Mexican MGTOW says Carlos Sim is the richest in the world. You ass, he Mexican. That's another thing. And that's why I'm glad my shooter blocked you, because you stupid. Listen, I know about Carlos Sim because Donald Trump, when he was doing the deportation, when he said something that pissed off Sim, and then they had a business venture and like a Miss America or some shit, and he fucked up Trump by pulling out of it or whatever. I know what you're talking about. But listen, what you're saying is stupid. I'm going to tell you why. I've heard that. You could be, people have this notion that okay, so what I said is not true because the richest person in America is Mexican, you're saying. What the fuck has that got to do with anything? He made right business investments and he's rich. Did I ever say there's no rich Mexican or black people? No, it's not what I said. So you sound stupid, right? People like you, and your name is Mexican MGTOW. You know what I'm saying? With the Mexican flag for your profile picture. But check this. People have this misconception that discrimination or racism or the things that I just brought up don't exist because a person of a certain race has broke the mold and made it and become massively successful or wealthy. It's pretty stupid. You know, I see it all the time with Floyd Mayweather. Oh, how could racism be going on like you say, but the richest fighter is black. The richest boxer of all time is Floyd and he's black. So, in your feeble mind, you believe because everything I said is not true because the richest person was black. But you don't understand racism. You know how they say sex sells? So does the other shit. Like, people hate sells too. Like, people paying to see Floyd lose. A lot of people will proudly admit that they've supported Floyd and watched his fights hoping the other person would win. That's how Floyd made money. You know, I'm not saying all people hate Floyd, but there are a lot of people that do hate him. So what are you talking about? You know, people have this notion, oh, that can't be true because Floyd's rich. Yes, it is. So, anyway, back to the Charlo. Bottom line is this. A lot of people, they have them, they try to pigeonhole them. They want you to play the perfect role that they want you to play. Too outspoken, you speak your mind too freely, and you're too confident. They're like, nah, we ain't having that. We can't allow that. If they don't say enough, then they'll criticize you for not saying enough and being a boring fighter or a runner. You know what I'm saying? Like, if your style's not action enough, you're a runner. You're boring. If you're getting knockouts, then they say, oh, he needs to humble himself. What do you want? So the runner style bores you because it's boring and, you know, you fell asleep and put your kids to bed with the runners fights. But then when they're like the Charlo and they're getting first round knockouts or knockdowns and knockouts, stuff like that, and confident, they need to humble themselves. You see? You can't really win there because unless you just do exactly what they want you to do, then you're trapped. Point blank, period. Again, hate doesn't have to make sense. People mad at Charlo's fight. Listen, I'll do a hot seat right now. Anybody who's mad at Charlo fighting Willie Monroe on free TV on Fox, and the other Charlo fighting Tony Harrison. Who hates that and thinks this is detrimental to boxing? I'll put you in a hot seat right now. I'm about to really cook these boys. Shout out to Eli or Eli, one of the two. See how they never step up? See how they don't want to step up though. See, it's just a waiting game. I always have to wait. But the moment I hit stop on the record button, then all of a sudden, oh, you're full of shit. Fuck you, race bait. You know. Then all of a sudden they come out. They like roaches. They come out. You know, when that light comes on, they scatter. So anyway, I can't get nobody to step up. But anyway, the bottom line is see, this is what I'm saying. It doesn't have to make sense. They're like the same people that criticize Gervonta Tank Davis because he only fought one time a year. They're mad because Charlos are fighting 2 times a year. But in an end of the year fight, they're taking kind of a stay busy fight. That's solid. It's just a solid. It's not the greatest middleweight and junior middleweight fight ever, but it's solid. It's not Jared Hurd versus Charlo or Charlo versus Triple G, but it's solid and it keeps them busy, which is what they said they want for guys like Tank Davis, right? So you criticize Tank Davis for only fighting one time. Charlo's fighting two, and you still mad because of the level of opposition. But then beyond that, you're being mad, but you're not even suggesting who they could fight. Name who the Charlos could have fought in December that was realistic, that would have been available options. Name them. We'll start with Jamal. Who can Jamal fight at 160? And I might do a hot seat. So if you just this is not the episode to be guessing around. So if you want to defend that argument, then please answer. Who could Jamal Charlo realistically fought on December 22nd? That would have been a much better swell fight than Willie Monroe. Shout out to Orange County, California. I love y'all. Who? See, this is what they do. They like to talk, and then when someone checks them, puts them on the spot, and asks them, they never come up with no viable options or answers. I want to know who Jamal Charlo, who is he supposed to be fighting? Like motherfuckers acting like they ducked or something. Who did he duck? Who was he supposed to fight in December? That would have been so much better than Willie Monroe. Who's D? All right, hot seat, D Harris. Okay. So, for starters, Golden Boy, when have they worked with Al Haymon on a non-mandatory main event? When has Golden Boy worked with Al Haymon for a big fight recently? And I said Jamal Charlo. So, Jaime Munguia, this is how horrible you are. You don't know boxing. Is Jaime Munguia fights at 154, and we're talking about Jamal Charlo. So that still doesn't even make sense because that would require Jaime Munguia. Now, if you think Jaime Munguia is moving up from 154 to 160, and he's fucking with Jamal, that like at this point of his career, I can't. I think that's horrible because I don't. The Jermell fight is. He gets hit a lot. Jaime Munguia gets hit a lot. So I don't know anyone that's really clamoring for that anyway. Because I think, put it this way. Jaime Munguia, I like him. I like his style. But he should, for his own sake, he would want to develop more before fighting either Charlo. That's my honest opinion. D. Harris said it, but it's something. Okay, now you playing games. So I'm glad you're in the hot seat. He says, but it's something people want to see. Okay, you in the hot seat, so that's cool. Hold on, I'm setting up your eulogy right now. I'm sorry. I'm pulling up your eulogy. My bad. Oh, here it is. Okay, great. Everybody want to see his eulogy? Okay, cool. Jaime Munguia will make a defense in December or January. Jaime Munguia will make a defense in December or January. Jaime Munguia eyes December fight. Takeshi Inoue is possible. So, now that you're in the hot seat, they had already been planning for Jaime Munguia to either fight on the Canelo Rocky Fielding card or fight in January. So, once again, I don't think that's a good fight for Jaime Munguia right now to take either Charlo on because he gets hit too much. But even if the thing is true, Golden Boy already has plans with them. And when have they made a major fight recently with Al Haymon? And we're talking about Jamal Charlo at 160 and Jaime Munguia fights at 154 where he's a belt holder. And he's already fought 7 times this year. See, you got to know boxing. He said true. You getting fucked up. You agreeing with me now. And then once again, this is what I'm talking about with the haters. Who the fuck is Takeshi Inoue? He fighting. They thinking about fighting Takeshi Inoue. Who the fuck is that? Tekashi 6'9" mixed with Inoue from the 118 or whatever his name is. Who is that? Takashi? Who is Takashi Inui? They just made a fighter. We're gonna get the cells of Takashi 6ix9ine, and we're gonna combine it with Inui from Super Bantamweight, and we're gonna make Takashi Inui. Like, who the fuck is Takashi Inui anyway? Who is that? Takashi 6ix9ine older brother. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Gotti. But once again, people are mad up in arms about Charlo, but the guy you wanted to see Charlo fight, who I don't think is ready to fight either, Charlo, but besides that, they're talking about him fighting Takashi Inui. Who is that? Where's the calamity and commotion over Takashi Inui versus Jaime Munguia? He's a champion. You understand that, right? He's a belt holder, and they talking about Takashi Inui. So how come that belt holder is not held to Charlo's standard? So you in the hot seat, D. Harris. Sorry, bro. Nobody wants smoke. Okay, just put him in timeout. He waved the white flag. We do show mercy if they wave the white flag. Cool. That's cool. D. Harris, he can come back. You can put him in the... But if you come back, bro, if you come back not talking boxing, you there's no mercy. So that's cool. We'll let you off the hook. Because he waved the white flag. That's how we do it. We not bullies over here. You see, you guys got to make this stuff make sense. People act like this is me being a dictator and stuff. No, it has nothing to do with being a tyrant or dictator. You got to make sense. That's all you have to do is got to make sense. But anyway, the bottom line is this. If Jaime Munguia fights Takashi Inui, he's a champion. Do you think if he fights him on the Rocky Field and Canelo card, which is something they're considering, do you think it's going to have the same... Okay, I just thought of something. De La Hoya just called, I'm assuming, the Charlos, because he waited the day the Charlos fight got announced. He said, I'm sick of these PBC cherry pickers. Yet he's been working with Xanafer. Golden Boy's been working with them for Jaime Munguia. And they're trying to make Takashi Inui on a DAZN Canelo card. So how you going to call the Charlos cherry pickers? And then Jaime Munguia is a champion, and you're in association with him, and he might fight Takashi Inui. Who is that? I don't even know an Inui at 54. All I know is the real Inui, the regular Inui. Prime J, you got to know boxing. Please stop. He said Chris Eubank is 168, but what about how he's supposed to fight James DeGale? Did you forget about that, or you didn't know about that? Please, listen, don't come for me unless you know your boxing, because I know my boxing. He was already supposed to fight James DeGale. They're already talking about that. So that doesn't look like a viable option. Anybody else? Jaime Munguia fought 7 times in 1 year against some solid guys. That's impressive. Okay, who are the solid guys? Name them. You in the hot seat, by the way. I'm not playing. Listen, there's going to be justice out this bitch. Johnny Boy says Jaime Munguia fought 7 times a year impressively against solid guys. So you name the solid guys. Brandon Cook. That's who he fought on the Canelo Triple G. So name 6 more. Liam Smith, Saddam Ali. Saddam Ali is really a welterweight who beat a small Miguel Cotto. And Liam Smith, I don't know what solid means, but he lost to Canelo. So that's the solid guys. What about the other guys? You said he fought some solid guys, so that's the solid guys. Brandon Cook, Saddam Ali, who's really shouldn't have been at 54, to be honest, and looked like a little brother versus Jaime Munguia, and Liam Smith, who got stopped by a smaller Canelo. That's the solid guys. What about the other guys? You said it's impressive. So I'll get to the impressive part. Come on, Johnny boy. See, I'm telling you that pride is gonna get y'all. If you come to my channel, if you just you off fumes and pride, that's gonna get you. Brandon Cook knocked out Canada top prospect Stephen Butler. Canada prospect Stephen Butler. Bruh, I don't care if he knocked out Jimmy Butler and Rajon Rondo. Canada top prospect? Really? I don't care if he knocked out Canada dry ginger ale, bro. You reaching. You reaching. The man said Canada top prospect Stephen Butler. I don't care if he knocked out Will Smith's butler from Fresh Prince, Jeffrey Master Williams. Like, Stephen Butler? He can knock out Batman's butler, Alfred. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Stephen Butler. You probably just Googled that. Who the fuck is that? Stephen Butler's... All right, if y'all impressed with Stephen Butler, he can stay. He knocked out top Stephen Butler. So Dane Cook or Brandon Cook, whatever his name is, if you guys are happy with that, then he can stay. If not, put your L's up. I'm done. This dude says top prospect Stephen Butler. Who Stephen Butler beat to be the top prospect? You know, like what you talking about? Who Stephen Butler beat? Since you know so much about him. Who's Stephen Butler? These dudes be reaching. I know Dane Cook. I seen him in concert. Vicious Circle. That's who. What's the name for? Nah, we ain't doing no mercy. These boys gonna learn. They can learn on their other account. I'm not showing no mercy. Bro. All you have to do is give up. Someone said Mr. Belvedere. Yeah, he's talking about the top prospect Stephen Butler, from the Canadian regional. Like, bro, stop it. Listen, I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't want to get blocked and you getting fucked up like that in the hot seat, just wave the white flag. You see old boy before you, he's only on timeout. You guys got to wave the white flag. Stephen Butler, motherfucker, I don't care if he knocked out Stephen King, Stephen Butler, Steve Buscemi. Like, stop. Like, everybody was just, and everybody in the world, like, oh, Stephen Butler. Like, y'all gotta wave the white flag. You live in trife with that. Talking about some Stephen Canada. That man, I'll probably go to Wikipedia right now and it says Brandon Cook knocked out top prospect Stephen Butler. Cause how do you even know that? I cover boxing. I don't even know who you're talking about. Like, Stephen Butler. Someone said he don't care if he knocked out Steven Spielberg. Oh, Eagles Army, we lit. Stop it. See how they be reaching? But see, okay, listen. Someone said y'all wrong. Steve, he said top prospect Steve Jobs. Yeah. All right. This is what I'm talking about. Case in point. And these dudes don't even know. I got so many ways to lace them up and set them up. They don't even know. He should have waved the white flag on that one. Okay. Case in point. He was trying so desperately to make. I see. This is the thing. I don't have a problem with Jaime Munguia. I like Jaime Munguia. You know, he's still developing. He's a champion. He's doing his thing. Cool. But let's not make something out of nothing. Let's not. He fought 7 times. I'm happy that he fought actively. That's good. I have no problem. You know, but let's not act like he fought 7 killers. Like, that's what he's like. He fought 7 times, and that's impressive. Like, who do you fight? Brandon Cook? And you're like, yeah, Brandon Cook knocked out top prospect Stephen Butler. Like, I don't care if he knocked out Stephen Butler and Stephen A. Smith from ESPN First Take. Blasphemy, LeBron James. Like, Stephen Butler. Really? Just desperate, people. That's desperation. That man says Stephen Butler. But see, here, this is what I'm saying. I got so many ways to prove what I'm saying. Notice how Johnny Bones, or whatever his name was reaching to give Jaime Munguia more credit than probably, was deserved. Again, I'm not mad. Jaime Munguia is doing his thing. He's fighting actively. He's fighting 7 times. But he was in an effort to try to make it look like he had this star-spangled resume this year. He was trying to give credit, force the credit. Oh, he fought Brandon Cook, and Brandon Cook knocked out top Canadian prospect Stephen Butler. But then be the same type to get mad at the Charlos for fighting Willie Monroe Jr. and Tony Harrison. You see the double standards? How are you mad that the Charlos are fighting Willie Monroe Jr., who's been in there with Triple G, been in there with Billy Joe Saunders, those are all experienced, Gabe Rosado. You're mad at that. You're mad that other Charlo's fighting Tony Harrison, who's actually good. He got to work on his stamina, but, he was beating Jarrett Hurd, who's now a 2-belt champion. He was beating him until Hurd, won the battle of attrition like he's been doing in some of his fights, right? He was doing good versus Willie Nelson before he got hurt by a big puncher, right? So how come we don't have that level of optimism for the Charlos? Like, oh, Tony Harrison's a really good fighter from the Kronk Gym, and he sparred with Stephen Butler and Emmanuel Stewart's legendary Kronk Gym. You see, it's when it's the Charlo, is the bum fight. He's fighting a pack of bums, right? Willie Monroe, pack of bums, right? That's how they act. But then you see how optimistic Johnny Bones was when Jaime Munguia was the person in the picture. When that was the picture that was in the frame. He all of a sudden he gets real protective and starts reaching and trying to overcredit. You see how that works? Now, because we're talking about Jaime Munguia and who he fought. Oh, he fought Brandon Cook, who's Dane Cook's first cousin. He fought Brandon Cook, knocked out top Canadian prospect. And the only Canadian prospect that I care about him knocking out is if he were to knock out Drake. But if you can't knock Drake off them charts, Drake, he the 6th guy. So I don't care about it because Drake is he's the champ from Canada. He the one, him and Bieber. So if you didn't beat one of them, then you didn't beat nobody in Canada because they the top Canadians right now. You don't care if you fought the whole Toronto Raptors. What are you talking about? One Love Harris is a bum, and I'm from Detroit. Nobody cares where you're from. You see how they always say, and I'm black, by the way. He's a bum. Okay, so what about Stephen Butler? Hey, block One Love, because he tried to erase his message when he seen that I read it. Block him. He playing games. No, don't try to erase it now. It's too late. Even though you retracted it, I seen it. Block One Love. Playing games. See, he got scared, when he seen that I read the message. Oh, shit. Ego seen my outrageous comment. Block him. Yep. See, that's what I'm saying. Is all this optimism when it's certain fighters. Oh, but Canelo's fighting Rocky Fielding, but let Charlo fight Rocky Fielding, or Demetrius Andrade fight Rocky Fielding. Even if they're doing the same thing, moving up, they're like, "Oh, when is Andrade gonna step this up? I mean, come on, Boo Boo. When is Boo Boo gonna step this thing up? Like, oh, Lions Only. This ain't Lions Only. He's fighting Rocky Fielding. Who the fuck is that? You see how, man, I've been in this game too long. I see all of it. I see how they do, you know. And oftentimes, I'm going to keep saying it's with black fighters. It really is, you know. They got a different, you know, set of goals that they have to attain. You know damn well if either Charlo, anybody, you know, fought Rocky Fielding, you would find a way to try to clown it. But Canelo's doing it. Oh, he's DAZN. He got 365 mil. You know, all this good shit about it, you know. Charles can't even fight Tony Harrison and Willie Monroe, named guys, right? Solid guys. Not saying they can beat the Charlos, but, you know, stay busy, fight on free TV. You can't get no credit. But Holmes is talking about, well, Brandon Cook, he cooked a meal and he beat Stephen Butler, top Canadian Yeah, okay. Top Canadian prospect, huh? Stop it. Shout out to Maya. Have to work twice as hard to get half as much credit. You already know that. Little Black Channel. Why won't black people fight Stephen Butler? He's a top Canadian prospect. We see the games. Canelo versus Khan was a farce. That's what I'm saying. But when De La Hoya outs all of PBC for cherry picking, then you have people in the comments say, yeah, tell him, Oscar. Yeah. But we all lived through Canelo Josecito Lopez, Canelo versus Amir Khan, Canelo Liam Smith. Those are all brilliant fights. No cherry picking there. Even though instead of fighting Liam Smith, you dropped that back down an extra pound to fight for Liam Smith's title and gave up your belt to Golovkin. That's all good, though. But it's those pesky Charlos and pesky PBC fighters that are doing everything wrong. Stop it. Someone said, who the fuck is Stephen Butler? That's what I'm saying. They all of a sudden you optimistic with the selections and shit. Top Canadian prospect, Stephen Butler. Who? Let me see this Stephen Butler. I don't even know who this. I don't even know Stephen Butler. Let me see. I gotta look up Stephen Butler. Man, hell no. This Stephen Butler. He knocked out Klay Thompson, little brother. Come on, bro. Who is that? This motherfucker look like the T900. Stop. Who is that? Oh my. He's 23. He said top prospect. Yeah, he born in 95. Wow. Wow, I don't listen. I don't recognize at the time Brandon Cook fought him. I don't notice. I don't know any of these names. There's Brandon Cook. He was coming off a win versus Jenks Trotter. Who is Jenks Trotter? That sounds like a Harlem Globetrotter or something. He beat a 10-3-1 Jenks Trotter. Robson Asses. if your name is ass is and it's spelled like that, then you probably ass right now. Who's Robson ass is? Let me stop, because y'all gonna have me stop. I'm trying to respect all the people that lace them up, but the motherfucker's name was like, is this brand new? Is ass is motherfucker? Who the fuck is ass is as is or whatever? Man, get the fuck out of here. I said OBO, old best offer. This shit's as is. This ass is. Yeah, you is ass, motherfucker. Who is ass is? Y'all better stop playing with me. Please. Fucking Star Wars characters, Jar Jar Jenks, Trotter, whatever. Like, bruh, come on, bro. Jenks Trotter? That sounds like some Star Wars shit. Luke, get Trotter Jenks, you must Luke. You fucking Jenks Trotter. I'm out. Listen, I'm done. I don't have nothing else to say. Jenks Trotter. Trotter, you must, if you will, Jenks Trotter. Fucking Jenks Trotter. Top pro. Okay. Jar Jar Jenks. Yo, fool. All right, I'm out. Hope you guys sleep good tonight. Man, shout out to the homie Jenks, man. Janky promoters. I don't know why everything y'all are saying. See, we're hanging out so much. We're all like, our humor is becoming really similar. Somebody said Janky promoters. Jar Jar Jenks. Okay, yeah, this shit is funny. Yeah, fucking as is. Stop. Anyway, shout out to them Charlos. They got these boys spooked. It is what it is. Let me know what you all think. Holla at the kid. Shout out to Jenks. Gang.